Hey CDA, and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. In the last episode, we discovered every single pirate faction in the universe. At least, like I said, that's what it felt like, because there are a lot of pirates apparently in the universe, even though they have decided to kind of leave us alone for now, so that's good. But yeah, generally speaking, we do not want pirates to be around, so we have been building up quite a large defense force as well. The ships themselves aren't really that strong, but all in all, our fleet is starting to shape up. We have 2 fleets of 50 power by now. Yeah, but now we actually need that fleet to be able to do something. Now the good thing is we are currently working towards our stable warfields, almost done. Only 57 days to go, so that should be completed quite soon. And one thing I actually noted that I wanted to share before we do anything else is that this mining station is actually collecting ore from a lot of different asteroids around it. So that's really good, because that way you don't have to build mining stations on every single asteroid just to mine them. So it makes sense to maybe just build one single mining station in a single asteroid field. Our oh, we actually got a new spy. That's really cool. Does that mean we now have 2 spies? Yes, and they're both trying to find us some more research. So that's good. Our mining ship is under attack. No, no, why? Why? By what? Crushing behemoth. That's not that strong of a ship, so our defense force is doing its job. Not entirely sure if our defense force will be able to keep up with this ship, but yeah, working like intended. I think they successfully defended. Well, that's a good start to an episode. Our defense force actually doing its job and chasing off the enemy. I still hear a gunfighting though. Oh, over here. Okay, the frigate is apparently trying to attack our spaceport. Not entirely sure that's the best idea. I mean, the spaceport is not that strong, but it does add quite a bit of a punch to our already relatively large fleet now, so that's good. Okay, so we actually get the suggestion to assign the first defense force to investigate reported threats at Gurkey 4. Sure, you can go investigate, but I think you just already did that, so we can dismiss this one. We took care of that. And what's happened? Oh, we actually did. Okay, so we actually finished our research, I think, for the stable warfields by now. Let's zoom out a little bit. Basic. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm completely blind. I can't find it. Oh, there we go. So we now have access to stable warp fields, so that means that we have the warp bubble generator, which should allow our ships to jump across the larger area, that is, leave our solar system. I do think we also have access to most, if not all, of these resources. I'm not entirely sure about emerald crystals, actually. I'm not sure we actually found them yet. But that does mean that we can now focus on getting some more basics done, because now, of course, we do know that we have access to some other systems as well, so we'll have plenty of opportunities to go and explore that. But right now, I think we should definitely focus on getting maybe some missiles. Well, we actually do already have missiles. Maybe upgrade them. Let's see, what else don't we have from the early researches? We actually don't have energy deflectors, and we don't have armor plating. That seems 2 pretty good places to start. We are currently researching the countermeasures that we have mostly completed anyway. I also want to wrap this up. It's only 1 year, less than 1 year actually, to complete. I think that will do for now. Let's see what we can find out. Yeah, good. The design for our explorers has just automatically been upgraded, so we have now access to the larger... Are we once again under attack? We are. Overpowering turmoil. Well, these ships have really good names, but so far our defense fleet seems to be capable of holding them off just fine. And what I was going to say, our explorers are currently being retrofitted at Gurki 4, so they will now be able to survey unknown stars. That's going to be interesting. So let's see. Can we actually see them jump out? Yes, we can. Nice. And let's see. Successfully carrying out a mission to steal research on early beam weapons. Good. Give me all the research. And we have now countermeasures, so that's good. That will give us a little bit more defense. And yeah, it's probably at this point a good idea to build some more ships, some more exploration ships, because now we have a ton of stuff to explore. We are kind of in the middle-ish zone of our galaxy, so we can go in any direction that we want. And yeah, let's see. So this system over here, is there anything interesting in there? Let's build whatever resource we don't have access to just yet. A frozen gas giant planet is probably not going to be habitable, I should say. Doesn't seem that there's going to be any interesting planets over here. But we have found an independent colony of Atuks. The Atuk are naturally mildly friendly towards us. We can attempt to colonize them by sending a colony ship. Alternatively, we can invade and take over the colony by landing troops. Initial communications with the Atuks have been moderately successful. They are open to further discussions with us. The Atuks possess powerful artifacts. The Scroll of Generations is a lengthy parchment scroll covered in dense writing. The ancient scroll is unusual in that the Atuks have only recently acquired written language, and their modern script bears no resemblance to the writing on the scroll. Thus, the Atuks cannot read the scroll, but they presume it outlines their extensive tribal genealogies from times past. Why would you assume that if you can't actually read it? Anyway. Research projects are available on our tech tree that can increase our understanding of the Atuk. We should research these projects to improve relations with the Atuk. Atuk. Okay, so where are these people? First of all, a few things. We don't want to set this to invade, I think. Let's be friends with them. Diplomacy leading to peaceful colonization, and then we can automate that. So that should be fine. We tell you if you spell good or bad. We can send them gifts, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. I mainly want to know where these people are. Is it on this planet? No, it's not on this planet. Dismiss. There's actually more pop-ups. Ooh, so much things going on. Oh, there we go. I was about to say we shouldn't have too much trouble identifying where they are. So they're in this system. All the way over here, there's a forest moon, and then they are on that forest moon. We won't actually have a chance to colonize them just yet, but we do want to integrate them into our society if we can, either by force or by being friends with them. We can always decide to attack them if at any point we decide to do so. They're not a huge population, there's about 10% of what we are. And yeah, the system itself is, their colony itself is really underdeveloped at the moment, so it's not really interesting for the moment. But there is a benefit of having multiple types of races in your empire, because it makes colonizing other planets easier, because you can simply put the races on there that want to live there. And humans, of course, are quite picky where they want to live. I'm not entirely sure if these people, considering they seem to be living on a very similar planet to what we want to be living on, are going to be a great benefit, but let's try to be friends for now. Lone Trader, we have encountered a lone starship, the Secretive Enterprise, in the Gurki system, and does not appear to be a hostile pirate. Well, for once, that's a good thing, but rather an independent space trader. Could there be other ships like this? Might they help transport needed resources for us? Okay, so this is currently transporting cargo from the mining station to the other mining station. Okay, well, if you want to help me transport stuff around my empire, that sounds a good idea to me. Okay, who are the Atuk? They are primitive, short, cuddly bear-like race with gold-green fur. They're friendly but rarely develop sufficient technology to be spacefaring. However, with their high reproductive rate, they can grow quickly. Oral history, sure, blah blah. Oh, this is a lot of text. Above else, Atuks enjoy hunting in the jungles of their homeworlds. Their preferred prey is the striped Kaguar, a huge saber cat armed with razor-sharp claws, so they can fight, apparently. Yeah, I was about to say, hunting this enormous beast is extremely dangerous. They hunt them in teams of 30 to 40, armed only with simple stone-tipped spears. And they live on forest or continental planets. Okay. Oh, and that's because we actually learned from them through the traders. And yeah, sounds good. Let's cultivate our relations with them. We have plenty of stuff to go and work on for ourselves at the moment without having to worry about actually invading other planets at this point. I'm still quite happy that the pirates have decided to stay away. Let's see how that is going. So this is an independent colony. So like you said, like you can see, the pirates are lobbed in together. The independent colonies are lobbed in together. We currently do not have any other empires yet encountered, so that's probably a good thing. At least we don't have the neighbors, angry neighbors next door. Well, we might have, but we might not have found out just yet. But it seems that our relation is trending upwards, so that's good. That's good. Meanwhile, let's see. In terms of colonies, exploration. We are all exploring stuff, so that's good. Known ruins, abandoned ships and bases. So these are the ships that are probably around. Where was it? Here. Are around this base that we are currently not able to attack because we simply do not have the army to compete with a base that's strength 841. Did it actually increase in strength? Might have. Special locations, yeah, nothing special there. Mining locations. I am looking for this. Colonies. So these are the colonies that we currently have, and these are new colonies that we could probably go towards. We don't have any colony ships, any planetary facilities, no artifacts just yet. But we are not able to colonize this planet just yet because of the fact that, well, we're not friends with them yet, so we have a 0% success. They will basically just chase us out if we try to colonize. So we'll have to work on that a little bit. Now, why is our ship under attack? Let's turn down the speed a little bit. It's not a high-paced game, but if you turn up the speed too much... oh, the space. I think it already escaped. What is this? Is that something? Oh, that's actually a ship. Is this a... this is actually a creature, it looks like. It's a blue giant. How strong is it? 403. That's a very angry creature. Okay. But that I think our ship should be able to escape from that just fine. If it turns out it actually needs to be running away from that. We have a new exploration ship completed. That's all good. Let's zoom out and see what's happening. So, as you can see, our sphere of influence is slowly growing. There's no other races competing us for this territory, so this means that we basically claimed this for our own, which is a good thing. We are rapidly expanding our little zone of control as well. Let's see, the nebulas can be quite annoying. Nebulas are kind of annoying to get through. I really love our spies. They're getting so much research for us from the pirates, so that's a good thing. And oh, we apparently have some more mining setups to do. So let's see. We are currently building this and this and this. There's no such thing as having too much steel. However, I think I would prefer to go for the argon first, simply because it's a more rare resource than all the other stuff, and we don't necessarily need a lot of other stuff at the moment. We have a lot of money actually on our hands, so what we can actually do is maybe build some more ships. There's no such thing as having too many. Well, there is such a thing as having too many ships, but let's build a few more. No, actually, I don't want to build more. Well, let's just build the last few explorers, but then I think we'll have enough for now. But I wanted to build escorts. 3 of those. Spy Garen Lothras has been dismissed due to poor skills and general incompetence. Okay. But he was stealing stuff for me. This spy is actually pretty good, so... Did the AI just decide to dismiss a spy that was being pretty productive? That's interesting. Oh well. I assume the AI kind of knows what it's doing, but I'm not entirely sure I agree with that decision. So let me go and check the espionage policies. Where is that? Diplomacy, maybe? Intelligence missions, probably. Yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want. It doesn't say anything here about dismissing our leaders. Not entirely sure I'm happy with that being the case. Character locations, yeah, you can do those yourselves. That's fine. I'm actually wondering if there is such an option. I can't remember having actually seen that. Yes, please, just suggest to start and end wars, but not actually do it yourself. Well, we'll get new spies, and if it was really such a bad spy, then it was probably a good thing he was dismissed, because we do not necessarily want to piss off everyone around us. The pirates are pirates, don't get me wrong, they will attack us if they feel like it, but generally speaking, for example, these 2 pirate factions are now neutral with us, so they're actually not going to attack us. They're, like I said, neutral with us. I actually want to see if we can make friends with these people. Let's see if we can just have them talk to the invaders, the Elysium invaders. The thing is, they are human, and something about research that you might not be aware of, if you check out the research tree all the way at the bottom, there is research with, in this case, humans. We have already researched that. You start with that because we are humans, so we know how to talk to humans, basically. And that allows us to actually get quite large bonuses. As you can see, diplomatic factors for human, general incidents +6. This will make it easier to have good conversations with humans, basically, and that is quite beneficial for us in terms of making friends. Now, for example, with the Atuk that we encountered, we do not have this research just yet, and we would have to research this in order to have easier relationships with them. As you can see, it's 7 years to research that, so I'm not entirely convinced that this is something we want to pursue at this point in time. But as soon as we decide, well, maybe we should kind of chase after their friendship and maybe to colonize them, etc., that is definitely something we could invest in. And there will be probably more Atuks around the universe that we will also have a benefit from having this research. So yeah, that's something you could do. How is our research coming along? We are researching the deflectors and the armor plating. It's not going all that fast, honestly. I do want to make sure we finalize this. 11 days. Let's put that at the front of the queue, actually, because 11 days is probably something we can afford to put in between. This is still 247 days, so we can leave that as it is right now. Yeah, and let's just continue with that research as we go along. What else? I kind of do want to focus on researching maybe some more exploration stuff as well, because we have a lot of stuff that we haven't actually discovered over here yet. I'm gonna turn off the nebulas again. Yay! Now we have access to a basic medical center. So why is there a danger zone over here? Oh, that was that creature attacking us. So is this just a lone star without anything else? It's a blue giant star. Okay. A little boring, but okay. So you see these icons over here. So you can see we have some materials over here that we don't necessarily have access to just yet. What I'm mostly interested in is finding something to colonize, other than, of course, the planet that already has people on it. So we apparently have not yet found anything to colonize just yet. But we are, of course, rapidly exploring a lot of systems around us, so it should be a matter of time until we found a suitable location to actually colonize our first colony. Now, the thing is, even though I am talking a little bit about colonization at the moment, we have not actually researched colonization just yet, because in order to make a new colony, we now have basic exploration done, so that it just basically means that we can fly around and explore some stuff. But in order to actually colonize a planet, we would have to do this. This allows us to make a colonization module, which is quite expensive as you can see. And that would put 30 million of our population on a colonization ship, and then would allow us to actually go to a planet and start a colony there. Colonies in this game are far from free, I would say. We would have to definitely invest a lot in that. It takes a lot to get a colony up and running. As soon as the population becomes a bit larger, the colony will start paying for itself. But if you expand too fast, it's really easy to run into a deficit. And I can't get enough of this. More free research for us. And once again, we are under attack, apparently, by a frigate. But we should be able to jump away from that, so... We get some more exploration ships, that's good. And now we encountered the 40 car. We have encountered a 40 car space monster, okay, in the Rotan system. 40 cars seem to be large silicon-based organisms that can survive in the airless vacuum of space. They appear to feed on the metallic minerals found in the asteroids, but we suspect that they are equally happy to eat any passing spaceships that they are able to catch. Well, that makes sense. It would be wise to look out for any vorticars lurking in asteroid fields. Aww, it looks so cute. It's like a big manta ray. Strength 1110. Yeah, we are not going to want to deal with that one. Luckily, it's not close to a planet that we want to colonize or anything like that. But yeah, we probably do not want to go anywhere close to that. Interesting. Space monsters. Which is where? Over there. So we do have a couple of systems now that are starting to be apparently quite dangerous to us. You can see that from the icons. So it's really easy to kind of identify where are enemies, where's some potential trouble. You can see the strength actually as well. So like I said, it's a 1100 strength monster over here. There was a less strong monster over here. We didn't actually get a pop-up for that, I believe. Yeah, pirates, that's fine. Let's check if that's actually what we do want to build. It's not a bad place necessarily, but there's not really anything urgent that we necessarily want to build, so we might as well just keep expanding. This is in our Gurkey system, so I just want to make sure that we're not building mining stations all over the place without a good reason for that. Why is this highlighted with this? So let's check that out. Apparently there is something in one of these planets, a resource that we don't have access to just yet. Which one is it? It's always going to be the last one. Yep. Carbonite. Okay, this is just carbonite. But we had carbonite, I believe, on our own system as well. Yeah, we are producing that. We have a surplus of that, so we should be fine with that. Okay. Some unknown items. Yep, but we don't have access to that research just yet. And some more mining stations. Yeah, why not? In the Gurkey system, you can build whatever you want in the Gurkey system, pretty much. And let's build another mining station. That's fine. We will have a lot of resources there, and that will just mean that our own research, or sorry, our own resource hub in our initial system is just going to be pretty strong. And that should help us defend against other enemies, allow us to build up our economy really fast. The pirates are starting to get a little bit annoying, but they're not necessarily doing all that much. They are just jumping around, taking a few shots and then jumping off again. And they are doing that because we are defending ourselves quite well, I believe. Now, why are these ships not being built just yet? Oh, look, more pirates! And they are naturally hostile towards us. They have been extremely... Well, okay. They can't regard us with some friendliness. Okay, dismiss. And no, we are not going to pay you either. At least I don't think so. They don't seem to be all that impressive at the moment, so... Decline. 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 And now we're probably in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure, but let's find out. At least these two other factions are still protecting us, so hopefully that will allow us to stay alive. We have also discovered new resources. This is the Kaguar fur. It's the luxuriant fur of the striped Kaguar. I think these were the beasts that the Atuk were hunting, right? Yeah, razor sharp claws, that sounds about right. And it helps us to develop colonies. That's nice. And hidden items, some scenery, okay. Not all that interesting, but okay. Sure. You can go and investigate those threats. Interesting to see actually what that does. So let's check out one of our fleets. It's already at Gorky 4. But yeah, not currently doing anything special. Now, let's see. How is our research coming along? Quite slowly, but steadily. Just 100 days left. We are now exploring quite a bit of the galaxy. Any places that we can colonize yet? Let's check that out. I keep forgetting under which tab that is. Over here. New colonies. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing just yet that we can do. How is our relationship going with the Atuk? They are neutral. Nothing really happening. But yeah, in order to do that, we'll have to invest in the research to actually become friends with them. And once again, I don't think that that's necessarily what we want to be doing at this point. It wants to refuel. That sounds like a good idea. I hope you're not manually... Okay, I was about to say he's at least they're jumping. I was worried there for a moment that it would maybe move there manually at slow speed, because that is something that can happen, and it's not necessarily that's something that we want to happen. Yep, sure. More steel, more Mapnar, always good. The Ikran system, where is that? Ikran system, Ikran system. I don't necessarily want my defense fleet to fly off when it's so poorly equipped at this point. We now have a new ship. That's good. Unknown items. Sure. Lots of unknown items. Our spaceport was under attack there for a moment. I assume it's not anymore. Well, it's still under attack, actually. That's hopefully where our defense fleet comes in. Our other fleet is actually repairing at Gorky 4, so they should be here. And there we go. Should be interesting to see if we can defend ourselves. But I think we should be fine. I say that and then fleets pop up all over the place. So let's pause here for a moment. Where are the pirates? Over here. Reputation diabolical. Interesting. So who are you with? You are actually with the Clan of Superiority. So let's see what's happening over here. Our colony Gurkey force being raided by forces from the Clan of Superiority. Yeah, so we're actually under attack, and we haven't actually invested in any ground forces. That is probably something we want to do. So let's train maybe 2 more ground forces. They won't be able to assist us in this specific battle, but they will at least help us to defend our colony moving on. I actually completely forgot about the troops. Nothing really we can do about that for the moment, but we have actually defeated them, but they did take a lot of resources from us, and that's not necessarily something we like, so we do need to make sure we shore up our defense a little bit more. Yeah, our mining station is under attack. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but nothing we can really do about that. And let's see. Same message, same message. Okay. And yeah, sure. Build another mining station. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens over here. In terms of our fleets actually defending. Our spaceport seems to be taking quite a beating. Where is our defense force? Over here and over here. Defend us! Defend us! Blowing up ships left and right. Our spaceport is being rebuilt, so that's good. And hopefully we will be able to actually fend off these frigates, because they are doing quite a lot of damage. Where are the other pirates? You are supposed to protect us. Pirates, help us! Help us! Where's those pirates when you need them? Maybe we should speak with these and offer treaties. They don't want to protect us, they only want to fight with us. Okay. Interesting. And, well, they raided us and then they flew away again. Ooh! 10,000 credits. Well, that's a lot of money, but something we can afford at the moment, but we definitely want to increase our defenses a lot more. There's a lot of neutral ships flying around now. It's interesting. But yeah. Okay. That's a treasure recovered. While salvaging a cargo container in the Gurkey system, we have made the following discovery. We have found valuable treasure worth 5,800 credits. Well, okay, well that's good. So we kind of recovered a lot of the stuff that we initially lost from the raid. So you win some, you lose some, basically. How is our defense force going? Well, we have not much of a defense force to speak of, so we will probably have to rebuild some ships. We are actually already rebuilding those ships, as it seems. Grand Firelands, nice names. Let's build some more ships. Let's see, some escorts. And we should probably build some at the spaceport as well. That's why we have it. So maybe 5 or 6 of those as well. It takes some money, but it's money well spent, I think, if we can actually prevent the pirates from attacking us once more. So we are getting into the part of the game where hopefully we will soon discover a habitable system outside of our habitable planet, I should say, outside of our system. And we really do need to start working on our defenses because these pirates are getting out of control and we want to push them back into a corner. So we will be focusing on getting more and more defensive and offensive upgrades for our ships so we can soon take the fight to them. In order to do that, what I'm actually also going to queue up as the next step towards that is the next type of ship. As you have seen, we are being attacked by frigates. And we can build our own frigates, assuming, of course, that we get the research for that, and that's this one. So that will take a while to do, and we want to do a crash course in that as well. So let's actually start that up. Pay costs, there we go. So now we have a crash course booted up for this. I'm actually wondering if we can do a crash course for this as well. Yeah, we can, but we won't do that at the moment because initially we just want to get those frigates going and then kick the asses of those apologies, kick the asses of those pirates right back to their bases and maybe even destroy a few bases, because honestly we can. We just need better ships, stronger ships, more weapons, and we do have access to a lot of resources now. We also have access to a couple of weapons upgrades already that we can research, so we should be able to do that, but it will just take some time in order to get all of that going. For now, bit of a frantic episode with all the attacks going, our spaceport almost being completely destroyed, having to be rebuilt, and at the same time we are exploring a large part of the universe, so there's a lot of things going on. Hope you enjoyed that one, and next time once again we are taking the fight to the pirates, at least I hope we are, but for now thank you for watching and I will catch you in the next one.